Welcome to this edition of Action Video Game Talk. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson. Thanks for joining me today. Once again, there's a crap ton of video game news, so let's just get right into it. If you own a Wii U, it's fairly likely that you've not only played Mario Kart 8, but loved it too. Now you can return to the series' roots and download the original Super Mario Kart available on the Wii U eShop. For $7.99, you can download the Super NES Classic and play it on your TV or on the gamepad screen. Super Mario Kart. This game first came out in 1992 for the Super Nintendo system, but was then re-released in 1996 as one of those Player's Choice titles for the Super Nintendo as well. Now, between now and then, the only way to actually get a hold of this game is to get the Super NES version or through emulators and ROMs. But it is great that Nintendo is actually releasing this for the actual virtual console. And not only that, but apparently they're making it where it can be used on the gamepad screen as well. That's another great bonus. I'm hoping that they try and feature this in any other future older Mario Kart title that they try and bring to the Wii U Virtual Console. Ganon, aka Ganondorf, was confirmed as a playable character for Hyrule Warriors during the most recent Nintendo Direct. The iconic villain from The Legend of Zelda, complete with flowing red locks, wields dual swords in the game, and appears to be able to slam balls of fire at his enemies. Ganon was one of multiple characters focused on in the Nintendo Direct, which also detailed modes, including a new adventure mode, locations, pickups, and more. He'll join Link, Princess Zelda, Impa, Sheik, Princess Ruto, and many others in the hack-and-slash from Tecmo Koei games. Hyrule Warriors will be available in North America on September 26. Now, we've known about Hyrule Warriors for a little while now, and they kept going on about all these characters that you could play as, and all of them have just been mostly heroes. Now, this is one character that has been going around if he would actually be in it. Ganondorf. Or Ganondorf, whichever way you want to call him. Yeah, this is something that's been discussed just about everywhere that people were talking about the Hyrule Warriors game. And I'm glad to see that he's actually going to be in it. Because there was some video footage of, I think it was Link, fighting those guys that used to live in that lived in the mountain areas from the Ocarina of Time. I forgot what they were called, but yeah, those were like some good guys. Those were actually guys that were on your side, and Link going against them didn't seem right. So that should have hinted that there's going to be some bad guys in this game. But here's the one bad guy that we've been wanting in this game to actually be able to play as. Now, the only thing that's missing is for Nintendo to announce that Ganondorf is going to be in the Super Smash Bros. Game. Power of Glove, a documentary about the infamous Power Glove NES accessory, is looking to Kickstarter to help complete the film. Unveiled around this time last year, Power of Glove examines the creation, failure, and cult following that has emerged surrounding the Power Glove. Co-director Adam Ward and Andrew Austin have already shot interviews with the sword creators and Power Glove aficionados, and say that funding from Kickstarter would go to travel expenses, shooting costs, archival footage fees, publicity, and support the time-consuming process of editing. Any donation over $10 will give you access to see the film, which is expected to be completed in December 2015. The highest reward tier for one $5,000 backer gets an exclusive producer credit, a Power Glove signed by its creator, and much more. Okay, everyone knows how famous or infamous the Power Glove is. The Power Glove was an accessory for the original Nintendo system that you more or less kind of had, you wore a usual glove that had an actual controller right around your wrist area, along the wrist arm area. Now, it's mostly infamous because this device was actually brought up in the movie The Wizard, which was about, little kids gaming, trying to, get to this world championship and stuff like that. It is curious to see how they actually came about to making this device. Microsoft is gearing up for the holiday with news that Madden NFL 15 is getting a console bundle. There are also rumors based on a French retail posting that the elusive white Xbox One is getting a retail release. Madden NFL 15 cover athlete Richard Sherman announced that he'll adorn the bundle that comes with the EA Sports Pinnacle football title. The bundle is priced at $3.99, includes a download code for the game, and a token for 3 Madden NFL Ultimate Team Pro Packs. Microsoft may also be planning a special Sunset Overdrive SKU, complete with a white console. The listing on Micromania Effer's webpage no longer carries an image that Eurogamer captured, but does still identify the console as white. I don't think that there's ever been an actual, last and current generation system bundled with a Madden. Not that I can think of. Unless there was one where it was bundled along with another sports game. But it's nice that they're, expanding on their actual bundles for the Xbox One. And then these rumors for a white one for the Sunset Overdrive. I probably would have waited and picked a better game than Madden to include in a bundle, but that's just me. Microsoft has detailed the European limited editions for its upcoming Halo the Master Chief Collection. But looks like the UK gamers will get a big bounty with a $169.99 special edition that includes an Artflix model of Master Chief. The Halo the Master Chief Collection includes every game that starred Master Chief, so you won't be getting Halo Wars or Halo Reach, but you will be getting the single and multiplayer modes for Halos 1 to 4, as well as access to the Halo 5 Guardians beta. It's already a sweet deal, but UK retailer Game just announced an even sweeter limited edition that includes the Master Chief Artflix statue that stands nearly 12 inches tall and displays Master Chief in his iconic assault armor, complete with his trusty battle rifle and interchangeable arms. Game also included a less limited edition. Now, I like what they tried with this Halo. You know what? Every time I try to say this name, I cannot say it right. Bajorlin. But this was like a UK collector's limited edition for the Halo Master Chief collection. And there was two of them. There was a very limited one that came with a statue, and then there was like another limited edition that just had, I guess, the collectible art book and other stuff. Now, something like that is another case of one of those things that are really, really limited. Yeah, with this just being in the UK, or was, because from what I heard, it sold out real fast. I mean, within like the actual news hitting, it sold out. WWE superstar John Cena has tweeted out the very first current-gen in-game screenshot of himself looking ready to run straight through what appears to be Randy Orton. Hopefully we get an even larger image to dissect soon, but the details here are already pretty impressive, especially in the face. Can't wait to see if he'll look as convincing in motion. Now, just to let you guys know, between when this news article first came out, there has been, I think, 2 or 3 more screenshots revealed, mostly of Randy Orton. Now, when I've seen these screenshots, one question has gone through my mind. Is this really in-game? Because it looks like this could be like part of a cinematic promo leading up to a match or something. But, I mean, hopefully we will get more details about the WWE 2K15 game, and I'm guessing the actual gameplay itself will not look like these actual screenshots. 2K Games has pulled back the curtain on this year's collector's edition for WWE 2K15, and boy is it a doozy. WWE 2K15 HULKAMANIA Edition will be available exclusively for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and it's packed with some generally collectible stuff, which, when you think about it, is actually rare for most so-called collector's editions, and it's available for pre-order. Here's a rundown of everything your $99.99 will get should you manage to get your hands on one of the 25,000 of these being made. A copy of WWE 2K15, premium packaging, collectible art card hand-signed by Hulk Hogan, exclusive Funko Hollywood Hulk Hogan vinyl figure, a piece of ring canvas from Hogan's Raw appearance on March 10, 2014, 2 playable pre-order launch exclusive Hulk Hogan characters, 2 playable pre-order launch exclusive Sting characters. The standouts here are the collectible art and ring canvas. Lots of collector's editions have signed pieces with them, but Hulk Hogan actually sat and signed each one of these himself, one by one. And an actual piece of ring canvas? That's like if a basketball game came with a piece of the net from your favorite player's big game. This collector's edition has a lot of stuff that fans of professional wrestling would enjoy. It's got one of these Hulk Hogan vinyl figures made by Funko, a collectible art card hand-signed by Hulk Hogan. Now, previously they did that with the 2K14 when they had the Undertaker Special Edition, where they had Undertaker signing these, I think it was the American Badass ones. Yeah, a card of the American Badass version of Undertaker pictured. And also in this, not only, well, you do have a piece of the ring canvas that Hulk Hogan was on for one of the Monday Night Raws. But also inside this collector's edition, you get 2 different Hulk Hogans. It looks like the Hollywood Hulk Hogan from his NWO days, and it looks like the Hulk Hogan outfit from when he came back at WrestleMania 21. I think it was 21. And then it does come with the standard 2 pre-order characters / costumes for the icon Sting. Now, I tried to get this pre-ordered, but by the time I got around to it, it was like 3 days later, and I was told, oh, they decided to shut it off today. Fuck. So they only had this open for 3 days, and it shows right here there was only 25,000 of these made. So yeah, this is another one of those very limited editions that will probably stay that way. Publishers often create limited editions for the games, but then when the title comes out, you often find copies of that limited edition store shelves. That probably won't be the case for Disney's special Ghost Edition. Last month, Bungie detailed the contents of Destiny Ghost Edition, which includes a ghost replica. If you'd still like to, still pre-order Bungie's new shooter. It sounds like retailers are still taking pre-orders for Destiny's regular and limited editions. However, users on Reddit have started to claim that the Ghost Editions are in such limited supply that Best Buy has started canceling pre-orders for that edition. People should know, when something has a limited supply and it's a limited edition, it does mean limited. This Destiny Ghost Edition was a limited edition. There isn't really that many made. And those are all that they're ever going to have. Now, the supply and demand of this is so bad that some stores are actually canceling the pre-orders that they did get when they were able to. In this case in point, Best Buy has started canceling theirs. I've heard Walmart has canceled some of theirs too. I know at GameStop, there's only been like maybe a handful of actual pre-orders as far as every Ghost Edition. Now, I doubt any of those are going to be canceled. But for like major stores like this that had, maybe in the hundreds, if not at least in the double digits, they probably will cancel. But it is kind of bullshit, but it's bullshit for the customers who want to get a hold of it. But then again, if you want to get a hold of it so badly, you might be able to find it on like eBay, but that's going to cost you hundreds, if not hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. EA has swapped out its current free offering via the Origin on the House program. Gone is Peggle, and in its place is Chris Roberts' beloved space dogfighting game, Wing Commander 3. Wing Commander 3: Heart of the Tiger was developed by Origin Systems. It stars Mark Hamill as Colonel Christopher Blair and features live-action cutscenes. This was originally released in 1994 on PC and Mac, followed by a 3DO version in 1995 and a PlayStation 1 release in 1996. It's cheesy by today's standards, but for the time it was a captivating story interwoven with exciting dogfighting. For me, Wing Commander 3 and 4 were two of my favorite video games to play when they came out for the PlayStation 1. Now, of course, I liked, Wing Commander 3 better because it's the one that I got introduced into as far as the Wing Commander series. And I like the fact that EA Origin over here is actually giving the current generation of gamers a chance to try this game out. This game first debuted in 1994 on PC and Mac. But yeah, by today's standards, this game, the acting and stuff is going to seem cheesy, but back then, this game was amazing. The space dog fighting, the storytelling. Square Enix has officially confirmed Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition will hit PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on October 10th. The remastered update of the 2012 game leaked earlier this week, and Square has since confirmed this edition will also include 24 pieces of the title's DLC, including the story-extending Year of the Snake and the horror-themed Nightmare in North Point. We're giving old and new fans a lot of reasons to pick up the game, as we've gone beyond just increasing the resolution and running at 1080p, said senior producer Dan Sculhan. We listened to the fans, we tuned gameplay, we added to the abundance of Hong Kong, increased audio fidelity, and pushed the visuals further than we could on the previous generation of consoles. Along with the Definitive Edition, United Front is also working on a sequel to Sleeping Dogs, tentatively titled Triad Wars. I was very surprised to hear that they were making this for the PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One and PC. I know that previously Sleeping Dogs came out for 360, PS3, and I think PC also. But this Definitive Edition is no doubt an upgrade for the PC players. Now, I did enjoy playing Sleeping Dogs on the PlayStation 3. To me, it was a good alternative to Grand Theft Auto. But then again, I always had issues driving on the wrong side of the road, too. Lately, they have been announcing and talking about re-releasing some of the PlayStation 3 games onto PlayStation 4, so it would make sense for them to do this, or should I say, attempt this. And then it also shows down here that apparently the same company that made Sleeping Dogs is also working on a sequel, tentatively titled Triad Wars. Because originally, the name Sleeping Dogs wasn't the original title for this game. It was going to be True Crimes Hong Kong. And then it got changed to Sleeping Dogs. So, Triad Wars might not be the final name of the game. They might end up changing it. Kano is confirmed to return for Mortal Kombat X, if screen grabs from a German magazine are anything to go by. The images first appeared on Twitter, and while we haven't been able to verify him, suggests that one of Kano's 3 versions will use wrestling moves and possess a flying knee special attack. Series creator Ed Boon teased recently we'll be seeing more characters revealed at Gamescom, so either one market has jumped the gun, or the German market has just been given a heads up. Boon did a similar tease prior to a recent fighting game tournament, EVO 2014, where the studio revealed Raiden and his variations across his 3 different styles. Now, between here, when this news article first came out, and now, they have released an actual trailer saying that Kano is officially in Mortal Kombat X. Which I'm glad to see an original character from the Mortal Kombat franchise coming back to Mortal Kombat X. I'm just curious to see how many more original characters there will be, let alone how many original characters can come back. No Man's Sky The random-generated universe exploration title from Halo Games is coming to PC according to next month's issue of Edge magazine. Don't expect to play it the same day as PlayStation 4 owners, though, as it's still a timed exclusive on Sony's latest console. I actually got in a bit of trouble for saying we wanted the game to feel really console-y, said Sean Murray, No Man's Sky's managing director. We've always had PC in mind, but in my head, console-y means solid frame rate and immediate controls. I think a PC game can be console-y, and it's intended as a compliment, but I get in trouble for saying it. It looks like development for No Man's Sky is coming along pretty well despite Halo Games getting hit by a massive flood and also having to deal with an annoying beta scam earlier this year. Now, when I saw the actual early gameplay footage that they showed for No Man's Sky, it looked amazing. And with all that technology used, they can put it on PC. There's some powerful PCs out there. But then again, they use some powerful PCs to create this game, so why not? But I am confused with what this managing director is saying. He says he wants the game to feel really console-y on the PC. Is that an actual term or not? If you've always wanted to pretend to be a surgeon, but you wanted to do it with a DualShock controller, you're in luck. Bosses Studios has announced that Surgeon Simulator Anniversary Edition will launch on PlayStation 4 on August 12th, bringing together all the content from both the PC and iPad versions of the game. Yes, that means you'll be able to perform teeth and eye transplants, as well as operate on aliens, all from the comfort of your couch. Bosses Studios also promises a PlayStation 4 exclusive surprise for the game's release. All we know at this point is that it's a new game mode the community has requested heavily, but we won't have to wait long to find out exactly what it is. Surgeon Simulator Anniversary Edition will cost $12.99. Now, I remember seeing videos online with people playing the Surgeon Simulator game, especially the guys at Rooster Teeth. And for a long while, I think this was just a Steam-only game, or at least just a download-only game on the PC. Now, I am glad to see that this is available to be able to play on a system. I'm looking at the PlayStation Store right now, and PlayStation Plus members do get a discount on this. So PlayStation Plus members can get this game for $10.39, which sounds like a great deal right there. And I'm sure they'll probably have maybe like an updated version on Steam and PC later on where they included all this stuff that they thrown into this Anniversary Edition. Soon you'll be able to play Capcom's recent courtroom adventure on your Apple device. Capcom Unity just delivered the news that Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, which is already available on iOS in Japan, will be coming to Apple devices in North America and Europe. No specific release date was given. The iOS version of the game will also be done in full HD. Now, I know some gamers who are playing some of these games on their iDevices, their cell phones, will probably want to try this out. I know the guys over at Reploid Productions, they've been playing, I think, the Final Fantasy VI game on their cell phones. So this is probably something they could pick up if they want to. But for me, it's not really something I'm interested in. If I wanted to download something like this, I would probably go with the very first Phoenix Wright game, not this Dual Destinies. The original Resident Evil is being remastered for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Capcom has confirmed. Due out in 2015, the title will be available via digital download only and is based on the 2002 GameCube remake. 1080p visuals will be standard for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, while older consoles will get 720p. All versions will have 5.1 surround sound support. You can either choose to play the game in its old 4:3 ratio or bump it up to 16:9 widescreen. Other changes include various control options, though the original scheme will be present, and a scrolling camera that appears to move away from the original's fixed angles in preference of a more dynamic approach. Resident Evil was first released in 1996 on PlayStation, before being remade on GameCube in 2002. This was then ported to Wii later down the line, which makes it somewhat frustrating that no Wii U version is in the works. Now, for me, this bit of news was a bit upsetting. When I first heard stuff about this, it was like, oh, they're going to have a reboot of the original Resident Evil game. Well, that's cool. That's what they actually need. You know, maybe a remastered reboot of it. But then I heard, oh yeah, it's going to be a remastered version of the GameCube Resident Evil game. And I remember how much I loathed that. In the GameCube version of Resident Evil, the only way you can kill off one of these zombies is one of two ways. Either shoot its head off, or burn it. If you didn't shoot its head off, you had to go find some lighter fluid and, I guess, a lighter, and then you had to set the zombie on fire. Otherwise, it just falls down, and then when you come back to it later on, it hops right back up and chases you. Actually chase. The second thing I didn't like about this is gonna just be a digital download only. Not everyone has access to the internet. I wonder if Capcom realized that. Probably not. Considering how many issues Capcom's been having lately, especially as far as money, they'll probably do whatever they can to make money. But I do like what they have here, saying that they kind of improved on the camera angles. That's probably the only good news I heard about this. I mean, no matter what version of the first Resident Evil game you play, it had some weird fixed camera angles. But I will be interested to see how this turns out. I mean, this remastered version is supposed to be coming out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, 360, and PC. It probably will look amazing on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. PS3 and Xbox 360, it'll probably look okay. The GameCube version of Resident Evil, they did re-release on the Wii as part of the, I think, Resident Evil Archives editions, when they also brought over the Resident Evil 0 game. In development by Mass Media, Arklay follows Detective James Reinhardt as he investigates the mysterious homicides of Raccoon City. The show is in early stages of creation by Sean Christopher Labert, who spoke with Polygon about the show, saying, "I am indeed in the midst of writing Project Arklay. We're in early stages of said development. I'm currently in negotiations with Mass Media. I cannot reveal any more story at this time." Mass Media has a page for the show on its website with the following description. Inspired by the Resident Evil franchise, Arklay is a new scripted survival horror series that delves into the mysterious homicides of Raccoon City. When Detective James Reinhardt is thrust into a series of bizarre homicides, he unravels the city is hiding a dark conspiracy. Learning a fatal virus is connected to it all, Reinhardt discovers it's already coursing through him. With time no longer on his side, he must solve the conspiracy to save his own life. On that page you will also find a video, which uses scenes from popular crime drama television shows and movies to establish the theme and tone the show is aiming for. As Labert said, the show is in early stages of development, but Mass Media has a coming 2015 date on the show's page. I've seen the little bit of video that they used to pitch the idea for this series, and I think it is really possible. I mean, they are doing a TV series on Gotham, so why couldn't they try a TV series more or less leading up to Resident Evil, the actual video game series? This series right now is going to be called Arklay, which is more or less the mountain forest area in between the Spencer Estate, where the events of Resident Evil 1 took place in, and Raccoon City. And of course, this would actually be exploring those bizarre murders that took place. I would really want to watch this. I would want to see what they do with this as a series, and how much of the franchise they will actually put into it. But yeah, I would be up for watching this. I would watch it. Okay, now for this week's major new releases, we have the Surgeon Simulator Anniversary Edition for PlayStation 4, Disgaea 4, A Promise Revisited on the Vita, Risen 3, Titan Lords on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, Akiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed for the Vita and PlayStation 3, World of Tanks, Xbox 360 Edition Combat Ready Starter Pack for the Xbox 360. So, that ends another episode of Action Video Game Talk. Thank you for watching. Down below, I will have in the descriptions the link for the Facebook page if you want to go over there and post a few comments over there, or if you want to put some comments down below. I know I'll have the separate clips up later today, if not tomorrow, from this episode. So until then, bye!